guys. Today we're going to do a little science experiment that you can do at home with your mom or dad. I want to ask you a question. Do you think an egg can float, or does an egg sink when you place it in water? Well, we're going to find out. So what you need are some tools. You need a glass or a tall, skinny vase like I have here. That's clear so you can see through it. Let me tilt this down a little bit more. You need a spoon. You need some water. You need an egg. And you need some salt. Okay? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully pour water into my vase. Just about half full. About that much. And I want you to predict. Okay? If I place this egg in this fresh water, this drinking water, what will happen? Will it sink or will it float? Let's find out. Very gently. This is just a raw egg. I haven't cooked it. Okay, what is it doing? It's sinking. Yeah, it sunk to the bottom. That's right. So the egg pushed the water out of the way, and the egg weighs more than the water, and it sunk to the bottom. All right, let me remove the egg very carefully. Place it on my towel. All right. So now we're going to change things up. This is where the salt comes in. So I'm going to take a canister of salt, and I'm going to take my spoon, and I'm going to count out about 5 spoonfuls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now it looks pretty cloudy, doesn't it? It's not clear like the fresh water. And take that spoon and you stir it. And stir it around for a minute or so. And what's happening is the water is dissolving the salt. And that means the salt is turning into little tiny pieces in the water. It looks kind of cloudy, doesn't it? Not something you want to drink. Okay. Shake it off. Now, salt water is what you find in the ocean. We're talking about animals that live in the ocean. Sharks, dolphins, whales, the octopus, starfish, they all swim not in fresh water, but the ocean has salt water. So if you've ever been to the ocean and opened up your mouth and a big splash of water goes in your mouth, it tastes awful because it has salt in it. Animals that live in the sea or the ocean swim in salt water. Let's go back to our science project now. All right, so we have our salt water. Make a prediction. Do you think the egg will sink or float? Let's find out. Can you see what's happening? Scooch it a little bit closer. It's floating, isn't it? Why do you think that's happening? Well, the water is dense. It's thicker. The salt made the water weigh more, and the water is heavier. And because of that, because of the density, it is holding up and floating the egg. Okay, it's keeping it from sinking. I can even push on it a little bit, and it comes right back up to the top. Okay. That's called being buoyant. It's floating up to the top of the water. It's buoyant. So the water, the salt water, is more dense. It's heavier, and it can hold up the egg. Versus the fresh water, drinking water, it's not as dense. It's not as heavy, and that's why the egg sunk. So you can do this at home. It's a simple experiment. Have your mom or dad help you. Find out if an egg can float or an egg can sink. All right? Have fun.